Welcome to Tyrian Characterology, the show which prides itself on digging up the past of prominent figures throughout the world of Tyrion. This time we'll take on the story of a tiny golem known by many names, such as Job-o-Tron, Hobo-tron, Heal-o-Tron, and Hero-Tron. This character started out with a minor role, but transcended beyond this, which caused its story to take on a life of its own, with its fluctuating name forever defined by its current occupation. So, let's get started. The story of Job-o-Tron begins on the island of South Sun Cove, employed by the Consortium as a counselor to Subdirector Null. Here, the golem's sole purpose was to push the settlers and refugees from the catastrophe caused by the Molten Alliance to sign up for gainful employment as defined by the Consortium. The contract promised refuge in favor of hard labor on the island of South Sun, but what the settlers weren't told was that once they signed the contract, the settlers were contractually bound to the island for as long as the Consortium willed it. And so, Subdirector Null and Job-o-Tron had no quarrel simply pushing the settlers harder and harder while demeaning them.
This is the least promising batch of refugees I've ever seen. Job-o-Tron, status report.
Less than 30% of those polled are currently gainfully employed as we define it.
See? You're all wastrels. Back me up here, Job-o-Tron.
Subdirector Null is correct. Get a job, wastrels.
The conditions for the settlers were horrible, and as such, numerous outside individuals acted to interfere with the Consortium's enslavement, which resulted in all the contracts getting blown up in an accident. The settlers were now released from the terms of their oppressive residency contracts, and Job-o-Tron itself was now out of work. And so all of a sudden, the tiny golem realized that it had now become the same sort of individual that it was created and programmed to abuse. This proved too much for its magi technical synapses, and the golem had a bit of a breakdown.
Departure of the settlers diminishes my ability to perform my primary function. I will miss my quota and be downsized. They may even replace me with a non-golem. Tertiary objective activated. Step 1. Acquire object designated Hobo-Bindle. Step 2. Proceed with new career as a wastrel and/or vagrant.
Depressed but ultimately accepting its lot in life, Hobo-Tron embraced its downward spiral, equipped itself with the appropriate accoutrements, and set out to wander the globe in search of a new purpose. Eventually, Hobo-Tron found itself in Divinity's Reach during the Queen's Jubilee. Here, it found a fellow beggar, the minstrel Marcello di Giacomo, but he wasn't too fond of Hobo-Tron.
Pardon me, but I believe this is my corner.
Ha! As if your kind is capable of believing in anything.
I believe I was here first. Taking requests. I will play your Crichton favorites.
Pay no attention to the golem, folks. I'm the real deal.
The golem began recording and replaying the street performer's music to try and get a cut of his spare change and take advantage of the crowds and opportunities at the Queen's Jubilee in Divinity's Reach.
Spare change?
And thus they began competing over a public corner right next to the Queen's Jubilee. This obviously drove the minstrel into a righteous, defensive fury.
Will you buzz off? I will end you if you don't move.
I require spare coins for the Asura Gate.
Any requests for a genuine human artist?
Seeking gainful employment.
Unlike certain others in the vicinity, I need to eat.
Golem down on its luck here.
The ceremony was coming to an end, but suddenly Scarlet attacked Divinity's Reach and captured several citizens, including Hobo-Tron and Marcello.
Isn't it enough that you've ruined my earning potential as a street performer?
Incorrect recollection. Like you, I only endeavored to entertain others.
Oh ho! What have we here?
I heard this one say they're performers.
Sounds like we just booked ourselves some world-class entertainment.
I once attended a consortium workshop on hostage negotiation. We should cooperate with them.
I hate you so much.
Inside Scarlet's Playhouse, the minstrel and golem were forced to perform the villain's musical theme over and over while trading pleas like, "Have mercy, kill that awful golem first," and "I would be better utilized as a hench golem." Fortunately for them, Rox, Brahm, and the pack commander soon liberated them. However, their collaboration with Scarlet did not go unnoticed by the other victims inside the Playhouse or by the Seraph. So both of them soon found themselves in front of a Divinity's Reach tribunal for entertaining the villain who bombed the Queen's celebration and turned Jenna's Watch Knights into fearsome twisted monsters. While the pair avoided jail time, they were obliged to do charity work for Winter's Day in order to work off their sentences and pay for the repairs of Divinity's Reach. And so, for the entirety of the Winter's Day festivities, Ho-Ho-Tron and Marcello were once again stuck begging for money. Winter's Day came and went, but not long after, Lion's Arch came under attack by Scarlet's forces. The golem therefore fled to the Vigil Keep alongside the citizens of Lion's Arch. Here, it volunteered its services to Lion Guard Hilo Holloway as a backup medic, amply taking up the name Heal-o-Tron.
He'll be gone in an hour. Add his name to the list.
Analyzing miasma aerosol.
You can do that?
Consortium programming offers basic analysis of chemical compounds. Analysis underway.
Can you find a cure?
For current late-stage patients, negative. However, infection appears to be counteracted by sub-aether harmonics in a localized energy field.
But suddenly, the Seraph of Divinity's Reach arrived to apprehend the fugitive golem.
Are you in charge here?
You have a complaint? And I was having such a good day.
Official Seraph businessman. We're looking for a golem. It's been,
You're kidding. I thought you were the first of a relief effort from Divinity's Reach, but you're here for a golem?
Have you seen one? Small, ovoid-shaped, 2 arms, hovers, sarcastic tone.
Yes, it's my backup medic.
You are ordered to hand over the golem immediately.
You want me to give over the only combat medic I have? Go eat your sword.
Orders are orders. The golem is wanted on an outstanding warrant.
What's the charge?
Aiding and abetting a known mass murderer, Scarlet Briar.
You're joking. No, I don't think you've ever joked in your life. God, I'll go find him.
This unit was summoned. How may I assist you?
These Seraphs say you helped Scarlet. Fess up. Is it true?
Negative.
It's lying. It was seen in Scarlet's presence when she attacked the Queen's Jubilee.
I was captured and forced into Scarlet's service. This unit has no loyalty to her.
See, now either help with the wounded or leave. We've got injured to treat.
It seems this golem left out a few crucial details, such as his being found guilty of aiding Scarlet.
You were found guilty of helping the psycho who's hammering our city?
Affirmative. However,
Nothing. Get away from my patients. You're probably behind what put them here. Get out!
You heard the lady. Come with us. Now.
negative. I paid my debt to the people of Divinity's Reach. I raised thousands of gold for them during Winter's Day. I overheard Seraph talking about using this unit to...
Enough. Come along right now. You have nowhere to run.
Negative. I will find an alternate solution. This unit is no longer in your possession.
The golem fled the scene to avoid arrest once more, but this time Hero-Tron had a plan, and so he went to request the assistance of Quartermaster Evan Nashblade.
You want a combat chassis and an energy amplifier, but no weapons? What are you, crazy?
Logic circuits are nominal. Is this design feasible?
Yeah, the amplifier. That'll take a while. I'll be honest, never had a golem customer.
Will this irregular customer interaction delay delivery?
No, I don't usually ask this, but what's all this for? I mean, the line guard's watching me close. You ain't gonna kill us all in some golem uprising, right?
Negative. Non-hostile intent.
You better be right. This design of yours, you want to take a beating but not dish it out?
Affirmative.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be asking for payment in advance.
Error. I lack the sufficient funds.
Then go away. I don't work for free. Well, except for the Lion Guard these days. Damn that keel.
Accessing pleading subroutine.
A begging golem. This ought to be a laugh.
This unit paid its debt to Divinity's Reach. The Seraph want to use me for an endless series of tasks. If I can aid in the assault against Scarlet, I calculate the act will earn goodwill and prove I am not her minion.
Sounds like the Seraph won't care, but the Captain's Council might. Maybe we can come to some kind of arrangement.
After purchasing the combat chassis and an energy amplifier, Heal-o-Tron went off to Lion's Arch to aid the Lion Guard in regaining control of the now mostly destroyed Lion's Arch. Here, the golem aided and healed the many heroes and soldiers attempting to breach Scarlet's huge machine. Their mission succeeded and Scarlet was defeated, but the city was now in ruins.
The city are still unsafe, but once we fix...
I'm tired of excuses, Magnus. The city's a wreck. If you can't get Lion's Arch on its feet, you're going to wake up and find this a ghost town.
Who is that?
One of the hungry, jobless, in mourning. And her anger is going to have company when we bring more of them back in. Oh, we're not ready for this. We've barely started to make the city livable again.
Then today is your lucky day. I brought you some help.
So this floating trash can is a refugee?
More than that. We've got ourselves a hero.
Hero, accessing moniker protocol, reformatting primary identity.
This golem healed the wounded. He stormed Scarlet's platforms with us, and without weapons. And now the Seraph want to take him away for helping Scarlet, when he did nothing of the sort.
This unit is now designated Hero-Tron.
Whatever. Keel vouches for you, and that's good enough for me. I'll find a use for you. As head of the Lion Guard, and, member in good standing of the Captain's Council, I proclaim Hero-Tron a free citizen of Lion's Arch.
Seconded. Consider yourself home, Golem.
Happiness mode engaged.
But though Hero-Tron was now considered a hero, Evan Nashblade still had some unfinished business with the golem.
There he is, the hero of the hour. So, my son, how did it go?
Error. This unit is not your offspring.
It's a term of affection. Now, answer the question.
For this unit's service during Scarlet's termination, this unit was granted amnesty and employment with the Captain's Council. This unit will have a revenue stream to repay this unit's debt to you. Our transaction will be complete.
Complete? Oh, no, not at all. I saw your ID number when I was installing the combat chassis before your rumble with Scarlet. Traced it back to the source. Consortium. Seems they ran into some trouble on South Sun a while back. Involuntary servitude, an unsafe workplace, substandard living quarters, and at the center of it all, a little golem named Job-o-Tron. It'd be a shame if Magnus's new golden boy was linked to such nasty business. Why, with the situation in the city, well, they'd dismantle you. So keep on listening, and keep on coming back to me with all the juicy tidbits. Here, cross me. You can run, but you'll never run far enough.
Slowly, the city was restored in full, and thus Hero-Tron was once again employed to get citizens to work, though this time it was under the command of the Captain's Council.
I can help you get work today. Ask me how.
Do you mind? I am trying to brighten the day of the citizenry.
I was unaware your business here was also officially sanctioned. Perhaps my close personal friend, Captain Magnus, can clear this matter up.
Let's not do anything rash now. Say, friend, we've been through a lot together, haven't we?
Affirmative. Though mutual experiences have been unpleasant.
Yes. Well, I was just wondering if you might know of any availabilities for entertainers such as myself?
Searching. Position not found.
Change
I see.
anyone?
Well, who needs your help anyway? I earn my own keep.
The story of Hero-Tron is a nice little tale of partial redemption. Who knows where we might see this golem end up in the future. Oh well, now is the time where you tell me who you would want to see next time on the season finale of Tyrian Characterology. Yes, season finale. But don't worry, the series will most definitely be back soon. But till next time, I will see you in the mists.